Viognier almost disappeared from the face of Earth. In the 80s, there were only maybe 30 hectares of Viognier all planted in the world and mostly located in the northern Rhone. And it was a difficult wine, difficult grape to grow. It was mostly going into the Côte Rôtie, other blend, and there was almost no Condrieu left in France, Condrieu being the appellation that's using 100% Viognier. And it required the opening of the US market for this very fragrant cultivar to really save the cultivar, which is now has been planted all around the world, from Australia to South Africa. And we have this example from the Bodega family under the label Idiom. It's a ripe Viognier, 100% Viognier, 2019. What do you have in your glass, Kathy?
Immediately, you take a look at the color, and it should suggest to you this is either a wine that's had some age or had some oak. And in this case, it's actually both, because it's the 2019 vintage, which is not a great deal of age, but it is not a just bottled, very primary example. And then there's the sweet vanilla and oak spice of oak on the nose. Also, you get the ripe Viognier characteristics of perfumed apricots, along with a little bit of fresh apricots as well, but it's that oak spice that's adding quite a lot of interest. Do you get ripe, very ripe oranges as well? Mm-hmm. Leaning towards the blue orange. The palate is big, broad, woody, oaky. This is a wine that is obviously made to be full bore on everything, full bore oak, full bore fruit. The alcohol's only 14.5, but it does add the sense of roundness, slipperiness, viscosity to the mouth. So it should be a shoo-in for the people to get this one.
Yeah, and Viognier tend to be as well low acidity, which is not necessarily the case on that wine. There's a lot of freshness on the finish, but it's an opulent wine, and you will see on your glass, it's the texture is typical of what Viognier should be. On the top of what Cathy said, I had the top of a little bit of caramel popcorn on the nose, which is linked to the vanilla side.
You've got movies on your mind.
I got movies on my mind. And maybe on the palate, a bit of coriander, but the seeds, not the not the leaf.
Definitely an oak spice, yes.
On the oak spices, and that contributes to the texture. But a rich, bodied, a statement wine for Viognier.
And what would you pair it with?
What would I pair that with? That's a very good question. Now it's almost embarrassing. I will probably go for something like forgive my my non-vegan attitude. I love veal, you know. I love veal, and if you make a veal in a Milanese style with a slight crumble on it and just pan fried like that, just to keep it simple, I think you will get all the, and because it's an Italian family, maybe an Italian dish like escalope Milanese would work perfectly with that.
I was also thinking veal, but I was going to have it with that anchovy sauce.
Oh yeah, because then the saltiness would be perfectly swallowed and buffered by the creaminess of the wine.
So veal,
Good
good idea.
Good idea. Thank you.